do you notice any differences between providing the in-person therapy versus a virtual in terms of the ability for the client and for yourself to pick up on both maybe verbal and nonverbal cues in effective communication?
Definitely. I definitely think it's a little bit harder virtually to really pick up on that. Like right now, if you can't really see, but I'm moving my hands like crazy when I'm talking right now. So like that's another thing is like you can really be talking with your hands, doing a lot of other things and that you don't really pick up on when you're doing a virtual session. And that's a barrier, but at the same time, it's something that we're working towards totally understanding. I'm doing a lot of work around interoception as well. So understanding what those feelings are in our body and how those feelings relate to our emotions or relate to our desires or needs. And that's really a lot of the work that I'm doing is especially around behaviors. Yeah, so that's been very exciting, and that really ties in well with the cognitive remediation work as well, because cognitive processing relies a lot on that emotional regulation, interoception, and being able to process that information.
And with people that have different disabilities, there's different triggers that someone might be responsive to one, stimulus or stressor. Another person might be more affected by it than another person. With the clients that you work with, do you do any pre-intake work about identifying what triggers they have, what ways that maybe they can address them, or how, in therapy you're going to tackle, their response to their stressors that really bother them?
Yeah, so right now intake's kind of been at a standstill. We have a new employment stream that we're rolling out, and that's kind of going to be more, I guess, employment focused. But for individuals, yes, we definitely do understand. We do a pretty comprehensive history and functional assessment to see what these triggers are and to identify that. And kind of what's been used at home, what's been successful in the past, what hasn't been successful, and kind of trying to piece that whole story together. I think it's really important to get that holistic view of a person. At Chrysalis, we are very holistic and person-centered. We want to make sure that we're putting people in a position to be successful. And I think that's what is really, really cool about Chrysalis is that we really want to focus on what the people want to do, whether that is having that leisure or having those programs, accessing an art program, cooking program, music program, or if they want to really focus on employment and get a job and be a part of the community and have that sense of productivity, or if it's schooling or volunteering. But really, we really want to support individuals with whatever their goals may be. And that's right at the beginning. We have an HCD, like human-centered design, intake process where they really get to know people of the family, really kind of get a full picture of the person. And that's what's really allowed us to be successful, I feel, is we're very innovative in the sense of we really want to help the person. And that's what me coming here and being a part of this team already, it's just been such a pleasure of mine and such a great start to my career is being here, is just how invested that Chrysalis is in making people as happy as possible and seeing the potential in everyone. That's what's really been fascinating.
Yeah, it's a very rewarding group.